Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I'm in the lab today working on the XK120. Now, this car was a bit of a basket case. It was stripped down to a rolling shell. All the pieces were jammed in boxes and stuffed in corners of this garage where it had been sitting since we figure about 1970. So unfortunately, in the fray, some of the pieces have gone missing. And I'm reaching out to you guys all here on YouTube to see if somebody out there can help me find these parts. Now, some stuff is readily available through some of the aftermarket places. I contacted Moss. I ordered up some parts for it. Unfortunately, those parts didn't fit. So the windshields, I ordered those from Moss. They ended up being about a half an inch too short. They weren't quite tall enough to fill the hole. So I think it might have something to do with this being a very early model. The production date on this particular Jag is November of 1952, and apparently there was a split in models and in designs with some of the parts kind of early in 53. So this is November 52 production, so keep that in mind as we go through some of the missing parts. So I'm going to walk you through, show you this stuff, and hope that somebody out there might be able to help me find it. So one of the pieces that I'm missing goes right here on the back of the boot or the trunk. And it's a raised portion that goes across here that the license plate would go on. It's a stamped metal piece that bolts on to that. I actually have the license plate light that goes up above it. I just need the metal piece that stretches across there. I'll show a picture here of one so you know what I'm looking at. Another thing I'm missing for it is a gas flap. So I've got a piece of popsicle stick in here. This is the gas door. I've obviously got the mechanism here. I just need the metal piece that bolts onto that. And it has a latch on it that catches right down here. And that's a really important part once we start getting that thing up and running and moving. We don't want gas splashing out. Although the popsicle stick trick isn't too bad. All right, another piece I'm missing for the car is the rear window glass. Now it actually has a little gentle curve to it. So it's not a flat piece of glass that would be easy to have made. We found remnants of the glass in the form of just broken glass nuggets. But unfortunately, I'm not good at assembling broken glass. So I've got to find one of those. It's a piece that is not being reproduced as far as I'm aware. I do have the inner trim piece that goes in here that holds the headliner and the glass into place. So I'm cool with that, but I am looking for that piece of glass. So another major missing piece I'm searching for here is the window regulator for the passenger side door, or the right side door. So the window regulator not only has the mechanism to roll the window up and down, it also carries the door latch that goes right here that will latch it up to the door. So it's kind of a two-part thing. If you look over on the driver's side, you can see that piece in place. I managed to find the driver's side one in the pile, but not the passenger side one. So that's kind of a bummer. Currently, I've got the glass held in place with just a little screw here so it doesn't slide down, but I'm really desperately looking for that inner piece. Now, I have some of the latch mechanism pieces, but I don't know if I have everything, so I'm looking for a little bit of that as well. Another piece I'm looking for is this rear window or vent wing latch for the driver's side. I've got the one here for the passenger side, but I don't have one for the other side, so I need to find that. Now on the windshield glass, I've got the original pieces of glass here, but both sides are cracked. And I ordered up new glass and new rubber from Moss. Unfortunately, the glass that showed up was too short. It was not quite tall enough. If it was down in here, there was a gap right up at the top, and I'd really have to budge it in there somehow with blocks or rubber or something, and it just was not the right size, especially when I made it up to the original one. It looked like that original glass was about a half an inch taller. Width was the same. And then the rubber seal that they sent, this is the piece that they say is the original or the right stuff, and straight up, it's absolute crap. Now, this is an early model car, so this has the thin chrome trim that bolts directly to the body. It's a 3-piece trim. There's a centerpiece here as well. And basically there's a metal bracket here that holds the glass against the body there. So I don't think I really need a seal. I can just use some butyl cord or something in there to seal up around there. And so I'm looking for the glass. Realistically, I'm just going to go to a local glass place and have some made based upon the original pieces that I've got. But I thought I'd throw it out there just in case anybody had any tips on exactly where to get it. Let's see, other pieces that I'm missing. So I did order from Moss. There's a little jewel that goes here that pops up so you can tell when the turn signals are on from the driver's seat. Those are on their way. I've got the headlight buckets in place. However, the hardware and springs and all the weird little screws and stuff that go in there, I'm missing the majority of those. And again, Moss does offer those kits. It's like 75 bucks per headlight, which I think is a bit extreme, but maybe that's the way I got to go, just so that you can actually get the headlights in there, aim them, move them around, and that sort of thing. But overall, the car seems to be really quite complete. I'm really pleased with the way it's looking as I'm getting it all together here. I've got the new tires on it all the way around, just mounted up the ones on the driver's side. Now it's going to sit level, look better, and hopefully roll. I'm in the process of kind of reinstalling what's left of the original headliner, just so I'm not staring at the bare metal up there in the roof. And I've got to create a tunnel cover, a transmission cover for that in there as well. So since this doesn't have the original transmission in it, I don't think that the original style cover will fit without major modifications, and it's an expensive piece when it's reproduced, so I sure as heck don't want to take one of those and cut it up just to make it fit the bastardized car. So my buddy Ben up the road, I think, is going to step in and craft a little scatter shield or something to go over the top of that, so your pant leg doesn't get caught in the drive shaft and rip your leg off as you're going down the road, because it's basically exposed right there, right next to you. You can trim your nails on it as it spins. But in any case, I'll have him make a little boopy to go over that, and I think we'll be good with that. Another question I have for some of the Jag folks are these holes right here on the floor. On both sides, there's a hole there. I don't know if there's a cover that's supposed to go over that or what, but if you're familiar with what that is supposed to look like, definitely let me know. The dashboard I've got out of it right now. I'll be putting that back in. It's over there, sitting on the back of the Benz at the moment. I had that out, so we've got easy access to put the windshields in. And in any case, I'm continuing to pickle the engine. We obviously got it turning in the last video. It just wasn't spinning quite fast enough to do anything with it. Just definitely need to soak those cylinders, break that engine free so it spins freely. So I've got the plugs out of it. I've been dripping in Marvel Mystery Oil and a little concoction of transmission fluid and acetone mixed to let that just kind of sit and pickle in there. And my experience with that is that it should get that engine turning nice and smooth. So there's a little walk around of the Jag. I'm sure there are more parts that I am missing, but those are the major ones that are keeping me from having it be sealed up with all the glass in it, doors opening and closing and latching, and then a couple of the little trim pieces like that gas door. So if you have any tips, where can I get that stuff? Please mention it in the comments, and I thank you all so much for watching. Keep on digging them up and driving them, folks. Bye-bye.